Well, welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I've done quite a few 32X games on my channel that showcase really excellent games that came up for that little adapter. And I love the 32X. I really think it's an amazing piece of technology for the time. And I love the games that I've shown you so far. This is Meeeehhhhh, which is a game that a lot of people really like, and I saw it for cheap in my local retro store, so I thought, okay, since so many people highly recommend it, I'm going to try it out. And I gotta admit, I don't really think it's all that it's cracked up to be. It's not that fantastic of a game, but I gotta show bad games, or not bad games, but average games in addition to excellent games. So I thought, well, let's do one about Meeeehhhhh here.
Good luck. Your first mission. Destroy all enemy mechs in the city near the border.
Now, what I will say is very impressive about this game is the fact that it has these voice-acted scenes, and you can change your perspective. I mean, if you look here, there's like, I'm driving this mech here, and I can turn and all that kind of stuff, and I can rotate between different views using the little mode button on the controller. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Hang on. I better turn around. Yeah, it's a very technically capable game. Like, it really does a nice job of what it's trying to do, but I can't really say it's all that much fun. And essentially, I'm just going through these areas in this city and trying to destroy the bad guys, like you know, any standard kind of mech shooting game. But it's not terribly exciting. I mean, it runs really slow. I guess they weren't able to do that much with a 32X mech game, but even with that consideration, I just don't find it all that much. I don't know. It's not working for me. However, let's at least go into some details. So you can see my map in the upper right corner there, which is showing me some yellow circles. Those are incoming bad guys, and what I want to do is just shoot them before they get to me. Down below you can see I've got my chain gun selected. In the first level you can only use that. I've got a power indicator and how much time I got left to complete my mission. So basically, let's just go find the yellow dot sources and go kill them. Now for this game, you're absolutely definitely going to want to have a 6-button controller. I mean, it can be done, I think, with the 3-button, but definitely I highly recommend... Whoa, that changed my perspective. Yeah, I highly recommend you get a 6-button controller for this. You're going to find... Because they wanted to make this a fairly complex mech game, they buried quite a lot of different things in here that you can do with your mech. But if you've only got the 3-button controller, it's just not going to work. So, what are some of those things you can do? Well, in addition to just turning with the D-pad and using the B button in the bottom row to shoot, you've also got the ability to kind of look around corners by using X like that and Z like that. So you can do a little bit of peeking around. That's kind of good. Also, oh, I got a bad guy incoming. Hang on, let me take care of him. Oh, I guess not. Oh, there he is. Haha, gotcha. Okay, shot him. In addition, you've also got the ability with the A button to strafe left and right. That's kind of handy. And the C button allows you to run fast. And that's kind of useful, actually, because when you get to the point where there's only a couple of bad guys left in the maze of buildings you're trying to find them in, it gets a bit boring just wandering around slowly, pedantically, as this mech is not the fastest machine in the world. So yeah, I tend to run at a certain point. Now, it looks like we only got one guy left coming up around the corner here. Where is he? Is he down that way? Yes, he is. Okay, let's get this guy. Now that slow motion flying up in the air thing, that's another thing that's kind of... Oh, there's still one more bad guy. It's kind of a silly effect. I've watched a few reviews, like Classic Game Room did one, where they said, and Stan Birdman's another one, basically, it looks like the vehicles just kind of fly up. It's like you're filling them with helium, and they're just flying up in the air. So what it's supposed to be doing is a huge catastrophic explosion where this thing is hurled up into the sky and then falls slowly. But if you didn't know that, you'd kind of think it's a little bit like, what's that? What do they call that in Metal Gear Solid when you attach the balloons to various things on the map and you... Oh, let's get this guy. Gotta get that Jeep. Fultoning? Yeah, it's like you're doing a Fulton maneuver with the bad guys here. So, okay, this guy's gonna come around the corner and I'm gonna shoot him here. Ooh, I guess not. Oh, here he comes. Let's get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. There we go. Yeah, see, it's supposed to be like a big catastrophic explosion up into the sky, but it kind of looks like you're just Fultoning him. Oh, there's a couple more dots on the radar. Let's go and do them. So I guess, like, from a technical point of view, it's very impressive what the 32X cartridge is doing. I mean, you've got voice acting, you've got kind of minimal full motion video or barely motion video going on. Here's the next one. Get that guy. Get him, get him, get him. Strafe. Get him. Oh, he's hiding around that corner. Okay. Let's see if we can get him again. You see how every time he shoots, a red dot will strike the building? That's actually very useful in some situations, which I'll get to in a second. I hope I don't need to, but I've had that as a way of locating these guys sometimes. Get him, get him, get him! Come on. Oh boy. Let's run. And corner him. And shoot! There he goes! Ha-ha! He's dead. Oh, and there's another one over here. Whoa. Whoa, geez, I'm in trouble. There's the last little guy there. Get him, get him, get him. There we go. Anybody left? Or am I done finally? There's one more. Or at least I keep saying there's one more. You can tell actually when you reach the end of the level because suddenly the screen is going to freeze and it's like, oh, did I forget to do something? Have I put it in pause mode? It's like, no, it's just the game saying you've successfully finished the level. I'm just going to run after this guy. It's very much a cat and mouse game. Like I'm just chasing the last guy down the map. Here he is. He's got his back to me. Let's get him, get him, get him. And... come on. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, he's turning around. I better get him. There we go.
Complete.
These points that you earn for kills and shield remaining, you can upgrade your equipment later.
It could be an enemy trap.
Yeah, like I say, the quote-unquote full motion video is not very full, and the acting is true. The voices are just terrible. Like they chose people with kind of snivelly, nerdy voices. I don't know what they were thinking of there. Get that guy. Yeah, it's not great on that front, but I guess from a point of view of like, hey, this is a 32X cartridge doing this, pretty impressive, I suppose. Now, there's another guy coming up. When I was running before, I thought to myself, okay, that's going to use up energy. You see how just above my timer, I've got right now about 96 points of energy. So I thought, oh, I better not run too much because that obviously is going to drain my energy. It doesn't, so you can pretty much run all you like. I think it's just your shots and your shields that use up power. Let's get this guy over here. Haha! There you go. Fill him full of helium and let him go up into the sky. What else? Oh, okay, we got a range here. Bad guys. I think this is my selection. Now, one button I didn't mention yet is the Y button on the 6-button controller here. That allows you to cycle through your weapons. I currently have the chain gun selected. If I hit Y, now I've got my grenade cannon. So I'm just going to use that on this row here of vehicles. Boom! Yeah, let's go back to the chain gun. Which almost sounds like he's saying danger, but no, he's saying you've now armed your chain gun. Let's see what we got here. I do sometimes use this viewpoint as well. It can be handy. It kind of shows, okay, here's my mech doing his thing. But honestly, most of the time, I don't like this. This is the default view. This is terrible. That's like in his belly. There's the bad guy. That's the shooting from the belly point of view, which I don't like. I usually do the third, kind of over the shoulder of the mech thing. It's just the one that I like.
Our bomber will take care of the remaining forces. You must eliminate all mechs in your area.
Now, these bombers that come in are on your side, but honestly, they're going to do a lot of damage if you're in the way of their shots. So I'm just going to run between buildings here. I found that, yeah, you see those red little dots that I had mentioned before? That's showing what the bombers are doing. I recommend you stay away from those because they will do damage to you. And I was playing a game. Oh, jeez, like that. Hang on, let's get out of here. Yeah, they're strafing along there. I actually got badly damaged by those at one point, so I just thought, ooh. And I lost my ability to view the map, which is fine. I could still operate, but then what ended up happening was I had to use the sound effects of... Oh, geez, they're still going. I had to use the sound effects of the attacking mechs as a way to locate... Where'd it go again? As a way to locate where my enemy was. Alright, let's go in here and get this guy. Oh! He got destroyed by the bombers. Well done. Again. There they go. Boom, 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 boom. I think it's sort of a way... They want you to, like, avoid those lanes, I suppose, is what they're telling you there. So let's just run between buildings here. And there's a lot of different levels. Like, it's not just this one generic cityscape. You can do a lot of other... there's some nighttime scenes and some very, very cool-looking planets. Or I think they're planets that you go on. But it's really more of the same. It's kind of this running around in among a maze and shooting other mechs a lot. And that's pretty much all there is to the game. It's not terribly exciting. I don't know if that's, a limitation of the hardware. The 32X is not exactly pumping out a lot of polygons, so the fastest sort of a game they could do is maybe a mech. But it also doesn't make it very exciting to play. It's okay. I mean, it's certainly not a bad game. Looks like our bombers have stopped doing their stuff, so I can go and find this last guy. You see, it'll turn out that's not a last guy. Yeah, I don't really play this one very often. I had heard so many people say great things about Meeeehhhhhh. I thought, all right, well, let's get it, pick it up, and enjoy it. And I've got a 6-button controller, so this is the game to play. And it's considered one of those like must-haves on a 32X collection, but I don't think it's all that great. I just don't play it very often. Whoa, I just skipped.
Mission complete. An enemy special force unit is heading this way. First, take out their leader to destroy their chain of command. You should be riding an armored vehicle.
Now, honestly, this is about as far as I ever get. I can never find this guy in the armored tank vehicle fast enough, and I tend to just be taking on more of these other mechs. So, and 9 times out of 10, I'm too heavily damaged by the time I find that other guy. What other weapons have I got? Yeah, just the grenade cannon and the chain gun. Alright, let's take some of these guys on down here. I sure move fast enough. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there's that guy. Let's take these ones on. Good stuff. Another one there. Oh, and that one. Yeah, the grenade cannon is really, really good. Of course, it's got limited ammo, but... oh, I wonder if that's our bad guy. Hang on. No. And you can... I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting kind of badly damaged here. This is about as far as I ever get in the game. Not a huge fan of this part of it. There's a PlayStation 1 game that... came out not long after this, I think, and it's actually this done better. And in fact, I think it also came out for the Saturn, I want to say. I can't remember. You're in a mech and you're running around and you're shooting stuff, and it's way, way better. Much more enjoyable than this. And the name escapes me right now, so I'm going to insert the name of it down below. But yeah, it was, I think, maybe what this game was supposed to be, and I'm kind of thinking I might pick that one up because it looks a lot more fun, certainly from the videos I've seen online. So, I don't know. I think Metalhead, it's okay, but I think honestly I'll go up in generation and get that PlayStation version of that game because I've watched some YouTube videos of people playing this thing, and it does look like it's a lot more enjoyable. This is all right. This is kind of like playing Donkey Kong in the Atari 2600. It's nice that it was at least capable, like a version was made. So it's admirable, you know. You want to sort of tip your hat to the developers to even be able to make a game like this on such limited hardware. Oh, that'll be our guy. Oh, jeez. Oh, I think I'm in trouble now, and I'm out of my grenades. So I'm just going to have to shoot and hope that I don't get killed here. Yeah, I think I'm going to die. So I think that's a good place to leave it. That's Metalhead.
Complete.
Wait! I have survived. Okay, we'll go another couple of minutes here.
You want to equip your right arm.
Well, there we go. So yeah, this is actually farther than I've gotten before. I can select better a heavy knuckle, which gives me more destructive power.
Find a date and get a photograph of the entrance.
Alright, well now I'm in a new level, and I've got a kind of a picture-in-picture thing going on here. And I'm using my my heavy knuckle here. Yeah. Anyway, it gives you an idea. Like, it's really cool that this game exists, but honestly, I just don't think it's something I'm going to play very often. So, wow, I'm not very good with this heavy knuckle thing. Alright, yeah, so that is Metalhead. It's an alright game on the 32X. It's very admirable what it does, but I'm finding I just don't play it very often. And again, I am a big 32X fan, so for me not to be doing so, I can't say it's a stellar game. What would I give it? 2 out of 5, you know. It gets a bonus point for being technically quite impressive, so yeah, a grand total of 2 out of 5. That's it. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.